Hi, hello, how are you? Welcome to my new format that I'm trying out. Thanks to the COVIDs, I've had even less energy to do heavy duty editing, which means I've put out even less videos. But the good news is I have coffee. It's 5 a.m. somewhere, right? And I have a lot of gumption. And I have things I can have you watch me do. The things that are not as elaborate are not really worth a full-on video. Those are the things that we can do on a vlog. I guess because I just don't think of my fashion meanderings as vlog worthy. Those will definitely be some of the stuff that I do, or as full-on video editing worthy. Those are the types of things that I will do on the vlog. We'll just sort of look at the things I'm doing this week, and then I'll try to publish this like, I don't know, once a week, once every 2 weeks, something like that. But the vlog format, the thing that's cool about it is that I can just sort of shove everything together and let you see kind of me in progress instead of me trying to make it all make perfect sense, which is what I'm trying to do with the videos, and make them pretty and make them sound good and do a lot of things that I can do base easy sound good, but like the things I'm trying to do with the videos is just something that I'm not up to right now. The good news on my COVID situation is that I'm feeling a lot better, and as long as I don't do something crazy like, I don't know, clean 3 rooms of my house in one day, I don't collapse at the end. However, when I do crazy things like that, I do end up with an asthma attack by the end of the day. I may have found out recently. So, yeah. So feeling better, being careful, trying to be careful, and hopefully by the summer months I'll be back to my normal self and making at normal speed, but we will find out. Happy coffee, and see you in the vlog. So this is where Peach has gotten so far, and I'm sorry for her level of undress. Like, the number of times I've taken this robe on and off to do handwork is insane, and so every time I do that, it sort of like undresses her a little bit more. But you can see that I have finished the sleeves completely. I have been working a lot on the upper trim to make sure that it's got some texture and layers. I just added the sequins and finished adding the sequins today, and I really feel like they add some like depth to it. When I just had it without the sequins, there wasn't enough depth, so I'm really happy about that. Just recently I finished adding the hip floofs. I don't know what to call these. They're not historical at all, but I think they became a part of like the Disney princess concept, and so they became a part of like the cultural princess concept, and I think they became part of the Disney princess concept because of the fact that when you look at old images of court dress, the back robe would often like swoop behind the dress, and then you wouldn't see it because it would just sort of go back there, and off of the petticoat, but it would just be a petticoat with a back robe. And so, but Princess Peach has a full white petticoat, a pink basically robe, and then also the hip thingies. So I had to do that as well. I have a lot done on this, really. So I've got this ruffle done. I love it. Still, it's so sparkly. And most of this trim has been finished. This trim still needs to be finished. I haven't added the pearls yet. And I just do a little bit at a time. This is really good. I've done all of the hemming on the inside, so all the hem is done. It needs to be ironed like horrifically bad, but I just figured what's the point until I finish the trim, because it's just going to keep getting bunched back up. So I don't. And now of course I've added all of this beadwork and the lace. So it's coming along a lot. I'm pretty proud of all the stuff I've done and all the stuff I've learned while doing it. I've learned all the hand stitches and my fingers are properly numb. Let's see. We'll continue touring. So this is a coat that I started work on and then ran out of space because of this lovely, lovely lady that I don't even have the space to look at properly because she is so big. I didn't trip, you tripped. So she is so large that I can't even look at her. All right, and then moving my camera stuff out of the way because, things. This is a bunch of the knits that I've got for the sweater work. So I bought 3 sweaters from thrift stores and I have taken them apart into their parts. And if you're the kind of person that worries about this, they were all smalls. So I was not depriving people of other sizes of good clothes. This is ribbing to go around the sweatshirt type thing that I'm going to be working on that you'll see hopefully some in this vlog, but probably not that level of it because I still have to finish the embroidery. If my voice is going, that is actually really normal for me. These are blankets, but I really want to make something knit out of them. And I've been dreaming of something about this texture, so I just decided to get them a blanket because you know what, that's still fabric. And to finish, here is the thing I'm currently embroidering. That art is so gorgeous. It's by David Morrison. He's a fantastic artist. I have known him for actually a good majority of my life by this point, so super fortunate. And then this is my umbrella base that I'm going to be putting Peach's umbrella on. Ignore the mess, guys. It's getting there. And these are the bits of umbrella that I've cut out so far. And I started putting something to shore up the edges, and then I ran out of thread, which I then bought some of. So yay. And this is my wig. So far, I have added a lot of hair and a stuffing. And then I've got the curls set. I just haven't uncurled them yet because I need to feel ready to go. And this is like literally all hair stuff that's just piled over here because I don't have like a good wig station yet. Honestly, this is like my second full style wig. So I don't really know what I'm doing, which is why this part's not been filmed at all because I don't know what I'm doing. And that's basically it. That's the thing. Oh, there's some leather work I've been working on back there. I need to finish it because I've promised it to someone. And I think that's it. So yeah, I'm making fabric for pleats to go around the edge of the umbrella. Okay, I know it's not really an umbrella, but my brain can't work right now. And that's the danger of a vlog, is that you're talking off the top of your head. All right, so now I'm going to go off of this and we are going to get started. Last recording for, I guess, for today's vlog. Yes. Because after I get off recording this, I'm going to be working on this and probably some of my other more formal cosplay-y things. But I just kind of wanted to show you the embroidery stuff that I'm going to be doing. And at some point I will put the camera on while I do this. Embroidery is fairly new to me. I didn't embroider before I started working on the Princess Peach chest piece, the stomacher. That was my first piece of embroidery, and in very Rachel fashion, I went all out and made it a really complicated piece of embroidery because that's how I learn things. Since then I've done the gloves for that piece, and I found that I actually really like embroidery. And when it came to this, I just wanted something that makes it like have some more texture than just the flat print. Not that it's not still gorgeous even without it. I just wanted just a little bit more. So you can see that I have embroidered the irises, about half each iris, and I've started doing parts of embroidery on the cheek to emphasize the drips that are coming down the face, and then a little bit here to kind of bring out that yellow because I like the fact it reflects the yellow that's in the iris here. I think next I'm going to go along this lip, and one of the things I'm doing with the embroidery is also figuring out what kind of stitches I think will go best with each section that I'm doing. So like with the irises, it's just a straight up like satin stitch, but like with here I've did a chain stitch for filling and then did just a little bit of straight. And here I've got like running stitches because that way it just kind of shows up here and there. My big concern is to make sure it feels organic to the piece because I don't want to take away from the artwork. So yeah, I think I'm gonna start in the lips and then possibly some chain stitching in the eye outlines. And yeah, so at some point you'll get to see that, or at least see the progress on it. And I'll talk to you on another day. Hey, good morning. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, but not here, thank God. I'm on weekend. I'll catch you up with my updates. I didn't update yesterday because I had a mammogram. Everybody should get theirs every year. Yay, health. So what I'm doing right now, what I've been doing to prepare for work is to basically move files out of my phone onto here. That way I can record more vlog for you. You're welcome. Everybody needs more. And I'm at the end of the sorting of that. I've also been clearing out old video files because my computer was screaming with the pain of holding them all. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and go from here to working on other stuff. Hi, Sunday. Sunday is pajama day, and it's also apparently parasol day, so I've sewn basically something to stop the fraying on all the edges, on both the side edges of my parasol triangles. And I have also cut long strips of the darker pink for me to make into a beautiful pleat to go around the edge of the parasol because I like pleats. And that is going to basically be the base of my parasol. I may do some decorations on top of that. It'll just depend on what looks good to me after I've got that much done. So that's what I've got done. I will iron these so that they look more like this, which is a much nicer shape, and then I'm going to sew them together. And yeah, you get to watch that. And then if I get around to it, I will also start experimenting with how to shore up the edges of my pieces for the sweater. And that's it. All right, going on. since I've updated this. I would love to say that I got a lot done, but actually it's because this guy takes a lot of handwork, so I haven't gotten a huge amount done. But this guy is almost ready for some of the details. I have been working on this little detail in the middle to make it have a little pop of color. Otherwise it's just plain pink down here. I'm going to add some sequins around the edge. I have things that I liked and didn't like about the way I approached this, mostly because I tried to sew it with a hole already in the middle. Not how I should have done it. I should have just gone ahead and done the full sort of, it's got 10, so I should have gone ahead and done the dodecahedral type of shape. But I do have a parasol started. I still need to do the trim around the edges, but I can't see what I'm showing you. I have it basically set up. There will be a heart on top because Peach has a heart on top of her umbrella. So that is as well as that can be done for right now. Everything is sewn on. I have done a little bit of, if you see, I've done a little bit of hand whip stitching around the edges just to make sure that they don't fray, because silk du peony is like a monster for fraying. And then I have prepped about 10 yards. I do maths. I think actually I worked out it was 11 yards. 11 yards of trim, which will be pleated down to somewhere closer to 3 yards when I'm done of trim to put around the edges of my umbrella, or my parasol. But once that's all done, then I'll do a little bit more trimming just to make it pretty. I want something more glitzy around that edge. The poof is cute, but it needs something to bring it up some notches to make it go with the rest of the costume. So that's what I've been doing on that and on Peach, really. I'm about to start working on some of the other trim. Part of why I had to get the parasol going is so that I could find out how much fabric I would have left over to do the other trims. And so now I can do that. At the same time, I've been working on some of my other stuff. I didn't get very far on the embroidery, mostly because I'm so intimidated by not wanting to mess it up. So, but I added some to her nose. I'm thinking about doing some lip, but I didn't have the shades I wanted. I think I'll just default to doing some of the black around the eyes because I know I want to do that. I'm thinking about doing something that will highlight the band-aid because I like that. And doing some more, like I have this like up and down stitch through here, which is harder to see on camera. But it creates a nice texture, and I might do some to sort of bring it out over here as well. But yeah, my goal is to, again, do things that highlight but don't detract from or distract from. So it's a balance, and I'm just being really picky. When that's done, I can't wait to start sewing it into the full shirt. So that's coming up. I did get the ribbing in for it. It was supposed to be nude, but it's kind of like a pinky color, but I actually don't hate it with this, so that will actually be pretty cool. And I have some things that will go with this, and I'll use this to trim those too, probably. So yeah, look for that. And I've been testing out how I want to sew some of my knits. So I actually started out because I want to do almost like a quilting treatment of this. So I need to make sure that the edges are shorn up so that they won't unravel. And my first attempt, let me see if I can get this close enough. Don't do my face. There we go. I tried like a couple stitches, including this chain stitch. The problem is that if I do the hand sewn techniques, they show pretty heavy duty, and I don't want that. So I'm gonna literally just pick out. Chain stitch is not too hard to pick out once you get the knot out, so that won't be too hard. So I went ahead and stopped being lazy. Believe it or not, me doing the hand stitching was me being lazy because I just didn't want to put my walking foot on my sewing machine. So I stopped that. I put the walking foot on my sewing machine, and you can't even see the stitching on this, but you can see evidence of it because I have it right here. But that shored that up really well. I cut it, I pulled on it until I made sure there was no more fluffies coming off. I trimmed anything that stood out more than it should. And then while I did not do this perfectly, I have a USPS shipping bag that is like that perfect texture to pin things on and have them stay like really solidly there. Like it does not move. It's perfect for doing this. But this actually works really well. It's solid. And once I have everything like laid out right and have it paced right so that it doesn't get bigger on one end and closer on the other end, because again, I didn't have all my materials out. This was just a test. I think it's gonna work. I think my concept is gonna turn out really cool. And this gave me a different idea, which is I might on a square or two do some sort of like embroidery design. But that's just a loose idea that I don't know if I'm gonna do. I do know that I want like a diagonal cut with this because I just think the diagonal stripes will look cool. So that's why I was originally doing this on the bias here. I'm thinking I will back it up with things to keep it from being wonky. It's also like the thinnest of my knits that I found. I just really liked the colors together. I like to mix and match different colors and shades and patterns and textures. It's just what I wanted for this. So yeah. Anyway, what I'm gonna do right now is probably do some light draping to get an idea of the size of the squares. I plan to drape the sweater kind of like a Roman tunica, but a little bit looser. Have it go to about here on the arm, and just basically have stitches that come from here to here to make a sleeve, and have the opening come open and then close a little bit under the arm and go down. And that's how I'm going to shape it. It's the simplest garment, but it should have like just a nice loose shape to it, which I just think, you know, knit doesn't have to fit straight to the body, and I think it would be a nice shape. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. And that's really, you're caught up with me over what I've been working on. I'm done with my week vlog. I'm gonna get that right someday on the first try, and that will be cool. And I will see you next time. Next week I'm not going to have a vlog for sure because I am going to be working over the weekend. So look for a vlog in 2 weeks, and hopefully I should have the parasol completely done by then. Maybe I'll even have more embroidery. I'll have done like at least 2 more lines on it. And I might even have the sweater completely done by that point. But I'll try to do like flashes as I go, like I have been doing. So see you guys in a couple weeks. Bye. Have a wonderful couple weeks. Don't forget to stay healthy and safe. Wash your hands, wear your masks, and hug a dog, pet a cat, kiss your goldfish, and I'll see you later.